Hello and good morning. I'm here today to get a short testimonial from one of the clients I worked with in the B Corp Journey last year. I would like you to introduce yourself, to say your name and your role, please.
Hi, Corinna. I'm Pierre Bouilliez, co-founder and CEO of Uloo, and I live in Vienna.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for taking the time, Pierre. Let me start by asking you, you were the CEO of a company and you decided to go for the B Corp certification. Why did you decide it, for example, for this, and what were the situations that led you to this decision?
I think the biggest for us was that when we started to have the idea of the company, we knew that we wanted to build a company that would be that will do good for social and environmental, and so we are very close with what's the B Corp values, and so it was also important for us to show to our customers and employees that we were really serious about it, and B Corp really helped us to have a certification that would say we are really true with what we believe in, and this is why we decided to start the journey. And definitely also because B Corp can help us to find like-minded businesses and go into this network of other businesses who shares the same value as us.
Me ask you then, we started the collaboration last year, if I'm correct, even in July last year, end of July, so almost 1 year ago. And we ended at the end of the year, almost beginning of this year, when we submitted the final results of the B Impact Assessment, which is the main tool we used for this journey. So how did you experience this B Corp journey, overall? Was it easy? Was it difficult? What is your impression now that you've gone through it fully?
Now that we've gone through it, I definitely felt that having you around was really helpful, as I felt more confident having you, knowing that I can ask a question about how hard is it to implement this one, and also having your tips about I think we can go with this one because it can be easier, and all the good resources that you share, and also the fact that I was accountable to you, of saying, okay, we meet in 1 month, I have to go through all these questions. It felt really more confidence for us to have you around, and definitely at the beginning we wanted to like kind of go in a rush and saying, okay, let's push the B Corp in 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks we are going to get everything ready. But we saw that quickly that we let our business on the side a bit too much. And so if I can give one tip to everyone, is just book one morning per week. And I guess like in 6 or 7 weeks, you will have answered all the questions. And so this one at the beginning, I felt a bit stressed probably because I was, okay, 2 weeks, we can do it. But after, when I knew every Wednesday morning will be my B Corp time, I was kind of excited and saying, oh, cool, we have scored more points. And now I get the resources from what I've done last week.
Look at the 5 big impact areas of your organization, which were governance, workers, community, environment, and customers. And it was not always very easy. It was also some time consuming. In this process, we had to look at what impact goals your company should take in order to get the certification, but also to, to make your business model more impactful. Was it difficult to set the impact goals for Uloo? What do you think?
I think as we had almost the same values as B Corp before, we kind of knew some of the goals where we wanted to go. But the very good thing, I think, by going through the B Corp journey was that we achieved part of these goals already. So we could set more ambitious goals for the next years. And this was really empowering, of knowing all the good ideas that came by filling out this questionnaire with you, of saying, oh, we can do this, we can do that a bit more, and set definitely more ambitious goals. So it was it's always good as a business also to define what would be our North Star and what can we do to achieve it in the next definitely in the startup in the next 6 months or 12 months, but it's really nice to have these North Star goals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely, I agree. And because you mentioned at the very beginning that customers were very important to you, can you tell me one goal that customers that you really liked to take on and to fulfill in this journey, or also outside, like an example?
For me, one of the most exciting goals or achievement that we have done was to allow our customers to give to charities or plant trees, and having this and knowing, oh, this is what's going to look like, and actually I would say a very simple stuff that we can do can have a very big impact on the world. And I think this one was definitely something that we wanted to do for a very long time, but thanks to B Corp, we're like, okay, let's do it right now, because we can it can help us go further, and it still like brings me kind of lots of joy of thinking that we allow this.
Would like to think maybe of a big achievement you would say your company took from performing this process of becoming B Corp. What it would be?
So the definitely one of the big achievement was also to analyze the feedback that we got from our customers in, like, after we provided the services of 6 months or 1 year later, knowing what have been done, and it's definitely all these ideas of including the customers. I think we have for the employee side, we were already like allowing our employees lots of good things, but it's always good to also see in a more formal way, this is what we can add, and definitely also, as you said, make the business model more B Corp, and improve a bit of saying, oh, we can add more coaches that are doing sustainable things and help other companies to do it. And this was definitely something very, very rewardful.
If now you would have to recommend this B Corp journey to other founders or other CEOs like you, or managers who would like to transform their business and make it more impactful, what would you say to them?
Just start.
Just
it's
do
easy,
it.
like, I think, and every startup is all just start and do it. I definitely recommend, if your business is in this social and environmental category, do it right away. Don't wait any further, because you are already doing it. So it's also cool to be in this big network of all other businesses who are B Corp. And if your business is not directly doing social and environmental, then probably the best is to wait a bit to have the product market fit. So this is the product that we want to go through, and so you don't have to update every time your B Corp application. And definitely waiting for having the product market fit is also the right time, I think, to do it. But don't wait so much. I think also the best is definitely to say, even if you don't plan on becoming B Corp or reaching the 80 points, it's always definitely good to know where you rank, and also give you the kind of framework, or at least a foundation for a good business, of what you need to include, so that your business can be a good one. And definitely this is what also B Corp helped us when we're checking all the checkboxes. We were like, oh, we can add this. Oh, that's actually a very good idea. And I think the earliest you do it, even if you don't say right away, we want the 80 pounds, but at least you will have the right foundation of building a business for good.
Yeah, thank you very much for these words. And before I end, I have a question now coming for you as a professional. did you learn something from this process, from this project, let's say, from B Corp certification? And what would be a lesson that you took for yourself personally?
I think here the very first one is definitely B Corp is not rocket science. So anyone can go and do, like, almost do it, but you have definitely need to apply some of the things that you see in it. But I think it's definitely good when you also have a certification. It's definitely something that I also learned, that certifications help build trust regarding your business. Other people might not know your business, definitely when you're a startup, but they might know the certification, and it helps them to trust you a bit more because they know this certification trusts them, and it's definitely something good. After, I also think the third thing I learned is definitely looking at all the questions that were in B Corp. I'm also thinking it's definitely not enough to just plant trees and say, hey, look, we're carbon neutral and that's it. Well, actually, you can do so many other things to make the social and environmental world much better. And I think it's very important, if, like, it should be almost mandatory for every business to know where they rank regarding the B Corp, or knowing where they are in the journey, but for all of us to start regenerating Earth and build a more sustainable lifestyle, all of us. Definitely, because the number of human population on Earth is growing more and more, and it will be more and more important to know how can we do it so we regenerate it and don't destroy it, and keep pushing to make it happen.
Thank you very much, Pierre, for this. And let me wish you congratulations for making it to become a B Corp, a certified company. And I'm looking forward to hear more from you in the future. Thanks again for this wonderful time together.
Thanks to you, Corina. We also really enjoyed your time together and working on this together. And thank you for all your good tips.